Good morning, guys. MC Retro Gamer here. There's no video or anything today. I just wanted to come to you guys and talk about what happened to me 3 years ago. I think it's time for you guys to really find out what happened in July 2020. Um, so about late June of 2020, I got a little thing called COVID when the pandemic was going on back in March of 2020. A lot of you guys were scared of what was happening. I caught it. And for about a week and a half, I couldn't do anything because I was in the hospital for a week, almost a week. A lot of you guys were hearing rumors about me around that time, asking if I'm alive. Because, it is true. The rumors were true. I almost died. If I wasn't made of that oxygen tank, I was this close to passing away. Now, it didn't happen. A lot of you guys, some of you guys were really being hurtful, wishing it was happening. But you know what? That really hurt. I thought I'd come today because it hit me last night when I was asleep. It hit me while I was sleeping last night. So maybe I should make this video happen and let the fans know what was true 3 years ago. I didn't want to do it back then because there was something going on at the time. There's the whole story. So I went to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and Branson. There were no masks needed in the areas. So what was going on was I could not breathe one day when I was working at Kroger. It was like the week Father's Day was happening. I could not breathe one day. I was puking. I was having a lot of stuff happening. I just couldn't handle the stuff that was happening. It really hurt. Um, so I got rushed to the hospital a few days later. A lot of fans were being supportive, and I thank you guys for being supportive, going on Twitter and Snapchat and Storyfire, hoping that I'm okay. And I want to thank you guys all that for that. Thank you guys so much for being supportive. A lot of you were saying, was I in a coma because of it? The answer is no, I was not in a coma because it wasn't bad as you thought it was going to be. But I was quarantined for about, I would say, 2.5 weeks. I couldn't go back to work till at least August. Beginning of August, it really hurt to know that I was in the hospital with nobody. I had a friend. Now this is a really good story right here. Some of you guys may tear up towards the end of this, and maybe I will too. My good friend John, a guy that I met that was in the hospital bed, a couple beds away from me. It was a big room, so it was me, two other patients, and him. He was getting me through a couple nights. He was getting me through a lot, and it really hurt me to know that a few weeks later he passed away. A few weeks later, I got a call from his wife. He comes up. She is like shaking so much, and sorry, I have a little congestion. She was shaking. She said, "Michael, John is dead." I immediately just stopped there for a moment and really, really, really almost cried so hard that he passed away. And at that moment, I just really just I went to my bedroom, locked myself in my room for a couple days. I needed time to grief that he was the only person I had in COVID that helped me get through the thing in the hospital. If it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be, but I'm grateful I'm here for you guys today. I went to his funeral, and that's a different story. I'm not going to get into that because that's personal. But like I said, I don't know how I caught it, but it was pretty sad. Me and him were exchanging stories. He was a car mechanic for a mechanic out in, I believe, Coppell, Texas, or where he was actually from the Texas Motor Speedway here in Texas. He was about 2 hours away from home almost, and they transferred him from there to Plano because they had no room for him to be in there anymore. They kept switching rooms. I was in two other rooms before I met him. I had to be in a room where it was dark. The first room I had a window. Then I got swapped into some other room. But yeah, it was a sad, tragic story. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope you guys can reflect on it. I hope you guys are COVID survivors, and I'm sure you guys have your own stories that you got like to share to the world. I come today to tell you guys about the story because I thought it's about time to tell you guys what was going on. Alright, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep the retro gaming rolling. Thank you guys so much for listening to me.